This is PostFrame Manager, the most powerful takeoff and estimating system for post-frame buildings ever created. You launch it from the hard hat on your desktop. When you do, you can choose to create a new building project or open an existing building project. It's up to you. We'll create a new building. First, we'll set our grid setting. You can choose 6 or 12 inch. Next, choose your elevation. We'll select 12 feet. The roof load package is based on how you build your buildings. Notice that PostFrame Manager also does stud wall buildings. So when you select your method of construction, you're ready to draw your wing outline. Take your cursor into the drawing grid and simply hold the left mouse button and use the drag and drop method common to most Windows programs. You can fine-tune it with the fine-tuning dimension that appears immediately when you release the mouse. Next, the Roofline Detail tab will appear. Choose any type of roof style you'd like. We'll choose Common Gable. In PostFrame Manager, you have independent pitch control. You could have 412 on one side, 812 on the other, or any variation you might want. Click the Overhang button and select any overhangs or soffits you want. These are in inches. When you click Heel, it brings up a number that corresponds with the heel height of the span of truss you've selected. When you click OK, it takes you to the attribute screen. There are 3 sections on this screen: frequently added, main attributes, and system tools. You can start anywhere you want in PostFrame Manager. We'll simply select roofing material. We show you a graphic of exactly what we're talking about, and you can select any roof color from your supplier that you care to. Notice PostFrame Manager will figure any roof type: shingles, slate, tile, and so forth. Notice it puts a check next to roofing material after we have selected what we want. Next is siding material. Use the same procedure. Select what you want, then hit the Accept button. Wainscot operates the same way. Hit the plus in front of it and open up a sub-menu. Click the box to apply wainscot. Then select the wainscot material you want, just as we did with roofing and siding material. Next is trim. This graphic shows where trim is applied to a building, but it does not say what. That is a function of the trim package that you select, which is custom designed for you because everyone does trim different than someone else. Notice that you can put wall liner, ceiling liner, configure it any way you want, use any material you want in PostFrame Manager. You have independent wall-by-wall post spacing control. Choose whatever you want. Truss spacing comes over from the roof load package we selected, and it will use trusses or rafters at your option. Any type of insulation is possible, whether wall, roof, or ceiling. You can create open walls in PostFrame Manager with complete flexibility. Any wall can be completely open, partially open, full length, partial length, eave, or gable. Change the building style if you want when you're in the middle of PostFrame Manager, from post frame to stud wall. All the stud wall settings are shown in the drop-down menu. Next, we move to main attributes. These are set and forget settings. Because PostFrame Manager remembers how you build, it does not dictate to you how to build. You tell it your preferences, and it remembers those preferences. This is how PostFrame Manager learns from you, and you'll see the various options in the sub-menu under the Post column setting. If you want a slab or trench in it, you can select that as well. Select how thick you want it, how deep you want it, so forth, and the price of concrete that you're paying. Next, we'll save our building. Give it any name you want. We'll call this Sample Building and save it. Next, we'll put windows and doors in our building. Click the Windows and Doors tab above the drawing grid. Take your cursor to the approximate area you want to install a window or door. When you get a pointing finger, click on it. The object placement window appears. We'll choose Doors, and the door type under the drop-down menu. We'll choose a 3.0 door. Most people would frame that using the nearest post, so we'll click the Frame Using Nearest Post button and hit Accept. Windows work the same way. Hit the pointing finger, select whatever window we want, hit Frame Using Nearest Post, click Accept. Notice how fast you can move in PostFrame Manager. It is very, very fast. We'll select another window. Click Frame Using Nearest Post, hit Accept. We're done. Now, one last time, we'll select the same window and we'll put 3 windows in the system. Next, we'll put a door in the gable wall. Under door type, we'll select overhead door. Scroll down until we see the size of door that we want. Click on that. Accessories are shown in the middle window. Click OK, and an object placement window appears, allowing us to move that door to any position we want. You can do the same with a post that you don't like. Approach the post that you wish to move until you get an arrow pointing at it. When the Post Move screen appears, move that post to any position you'd like, or you can delete it if you don't need it. Maybe we want a cupola on our roof. You can see the dimensions above the grid. Select the cupola we want, hit Accept. Now we have a cupola on our roof. Next, we'll go to Architectural Features and we'll put a wraparound porch around it. We can control the span, the elevation, the pitch, the heel of this wraparound. Our truss spacing. We can use rafters if we want, add siding to it. And we'll always click If Posts Mimic the Wing. And we'll create a concrete slab as well. Now we have a wraparound porch. If we go to 3D view, we can see our finished building. Using the arrow keys on your keyboard, you can surf around the building, moving left and right, forward and backward. You can put your columns in, any construction feature you want. You can walk up to and right inside the building. We see our columns there. But we can also add trusses, exterior framing, purlins, so we can give our customer a complete 3D tour of their building. This is what sells buildings. People want to know what their building's going to look like. You're going to give them a 3D tour of that building. And you can see your wraparound porch that we've added as an architectural feature, simply illustrating how you can move around. You can even go below grade and look at the posts underneath the ground if you care to. We can also take pictures of our building, any position. Next, we'll go to All Wings and hit Customer Information. Here's where we enter our customer's name and address, and importantly, how long the price is good. The next tab is Tax Rates and Additional Charges. Note that PostFrame Manager will figure absolutely every cost in your building, whether sales tax, excise tax, local tax, freight, labor, you name it. You have complete flexibility and can add any items you might want. How about a crane charge, for example? We'll simply add it very quickly. You can change the amount if you need to. Your markup percentage is shown in the lower left-hand corner. Select whatever markup you care to apply to this building. Then hit Save. Building turns blue momentarily while it calculates. If we then click the Calculate Price button, it shows us that our total is $44,259 for this building. Let's go under Action to View Drawings. PostFrame Manager will do a complete set of construction drawings, and you can select any drawings you wish. When we click that, the View Drawings window appears, and we can review our drawings on screen. We can fit them to the page by clicking the Fit Page button, and we'll see our completed drawing, showing all dimensions. We can also look at elevations and anything else we care to. Under Action, we'll go to View Reports now. And it asks us if we took 3D screenshots. We'll say yes because we did. Then we'll click the Generate Quote button. My quote is generated in the right-hand side. I can include any drawings that I might want to if I care to. Then click Print Selected Files. That quickly, there is your customer quote, complete with your logo, your name and address, and exactly what the specifications of this building are, and the quote is complete with color photographs of the building. And as I said, you can add custom drawings to this report as well. The second tab on this page is Post-Sale Reports. We'll click the Generate Reports button. A variety of reports instantly appear. Pay particular attention to the audit report. The materials audit list gives you every single component in the building right down to the last screw. It also shows you where that component is being used on the building, so you can compare everything on the audit list to make sure that your components are complete, and of course the list can be edited to precisely match your desires. PostFrame Manager also produces purchase orders from all of your suppliers. Let's take a look at the steel company purchase order. This will give you everything you're getting from your steel supplier: roofing, siding, trim, and fasteners, including cut, length, color, price, and all else. Next is your analytical reports. Here's your bill of materials with SKU number. You can look at a cost analysis. You can look at your lumber application showing all the lumber and where it's being used in the building. And your labor listing will give you a complete analysis of the labor that's going to be required to build this building. Next, let's look at interior walls. Click Interior Walls tab and simply draw them in wherever you want. Interior walls appear in green when you draw them. You can certainly also add windows and doors to interior walls, just as we did to exterior walls. Very simple. Now we'll add a lean-to to our building. Simply draw it in when you're on the exterior wing plan and fine-tune the dimensions that come up. Tell it what type of roof it is. In this case, it is a lean-to. We'll determine the pitch, set it to 412, same as our building, and accept that. The attribute screen appears. It would like to know what are the attributes of the lean-to, and we can make any changes there that we might desire. We can also put an office, for example, on another wing. We can put up to 4 wings on this building. We'll simply select what we want, hit Accept All. Building turns blue momentarily, takes us back to the attribute screen so we can determine the attributes of that office wing. Maybe we want to change the elevation. We don't want 12 foot. We'll make it 10 foot. Then hit Accept. This is how fast and easy it is to make changes in PostFrame Manager. There's never starting over. You can make any changes you want on the fly. Here's our building. Obviously, we didn't recolor the siding of our office there, but you'll get the idea that PostFrame Manager is amazingly flexible and can allow you to add wings to all 4 sides of this building in just seconds. This is PostFrame Manager, a one-of-a-kind takeoff and estimating tool that is the premier estimating system in the world today.